misses it. Clark trying to take her defender, pulls up and hits from the mid-range. 20 points for Caitlin Clark.
A really good feel for when she should take a defender based on who it is. And that time going to her left.
It is Caitlin Clark able to clear for Indiana.
Caitlin coming off that 20-point performance right here, handling the physicality of Benijah Laney, with which Caitlin Clark handles right here. She crosses sides of the floor, she gets her hips and shoulders past Laney, and she leans.
Mitchell, guarded by Harris. Mitchell spinning, finding Clark. 5 to shoot. Clark lays it in. Tie game.
Just for that reason, they're too deadly from behind the arc.
An 11-0 run for New York. Clark, she got another. Second three of the quarter for Caitlin Clark.
He's in the history of the league. You might want to get out on her, and then Caitlin. Wow, that was a really good.
Here's Clark with it. Benley inside against the taller Mercedes Russell and still gets it to go.
Jackson calling forward and gets it. Here's Hamby on the post. Against Samuelson, stripped away, picked up by Clark. Clark, the feet underneath, Benley working against Giroux. What a move there.
2 for 1.
Clark, bounce pass. There's Boston. Benley. Here's Clark, a good look from 3. She got it. The first 3 in the career of Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark does not need much space here.
NCAA ranks. We've got some score power on the court.
Watch that inside hand, that left hand. Caitlin Clark gets away with a little shove inside, creates that space.
Gustafson, too much. Long rebound to the fever. Oh, Benley.
Don't wait.
Transition defense.
Such good athletic specimens, and I think it's so much fun to see like how Megan Gustafson has recreated her body. She changed herself from a post in college to being a power forward in the WNBA. It's amazing how that they've...
Hounding Clark. Clark, step back 3, knocks it down. Take a look here at a career first.
Just step back, going right, I may add. It's usually step back, going left.
Benley, I love it. Pretty with the finish.
As Laney Hamilton has been to Caitlin Clark all night tonight.
Are you talking about my high school experience? Clark connects on a deep 3. Going back and forth.
The young one here, Caitlin Clark, just dancing with the basketball, going to her left, stepping into it.
Ball is trying to clear 8. Shot clock down to 9. Here as Clark gets inside. The scoop shot falls. Indiana scoring has done it from the 3-point line, has gotten to the rim, and she'll head to the foul line here momentarily.
You're taking on that.
Good.
Here's Clark. Trying to wheel into some space, gives it up. Benley lays it in. 4th assist for... Now the Fever have 5 on 4. It's Clark way outside. Boston the rebound. Clark on the fake. Clark weaves inside and the reverse.
Channel defense by the Sparks fans. 6 on the shot clock. Clark, a deep 3. Oop, that is. She missed her first 7 and knocks that one down, and it's a big one.
Gets old.
The magnifying glass and the pressure as Bonner can't hit. Benley the rebound. Here comes Clark. Bouncing to Benley who lays it in.
Fans to be excited about not only tonight but this season. Watch this connection one more time.
Of that run to the finals before the Liberty fell to the Aces in 4 games. Clark connects on a 3.
Caitlin Clark here gets the switch on the screen, smaller.
Connecticut an early 9-point lead. Clark a 3. It is good. Second 3 of the quarter for Caitlin Clark.
And Caitlin Clark, one of the rare times this season We've seen her get open. Dejanay Carrington just looking at the ball.
Brink lobbing it inside. Hamby denied. It's 22, Caitlin Clark.
Here's just 1 of 5.
How about Finlay running the floor there? And the find there from Clark.
Absolutely blown the roof off.
But playing at UConn, she is used to all of this. Oh, Caitlin Clark, rookie on rookie crime right there in Mule's face.
Clark being picked up by Clarendon. Brink there to help. Nice pass back. Finlay. How did she find her?
So when Caitlin goes off the ball, typically she comes off a stagger on the weak side, but she comes off a pin down here, wide open. Bang!
Defensive board or a turnover and push pace the other way. First in the league in fast break points.
Clark connects on a deep three.
That's putting up some buckets.
It sure was.
Top 4 scorers at the college level here in this one as Caitlin Clark and now back-to-back buckets.
Remember, 11 roster spots, and that's why you got to stay ready on the end of the bench. You don't know when your number's going to get called.
Well, bad pass. It's Clark with the steal. She'll fake the three and just blow by Talbot, but misses at the rim. Boston picks up 4 and a foul. Clark over Horston, hits a three. No bounds.
Horston's got to come with hands up. You can't let Clark see them.
Caitlin got out.
Oh, Jewel Lloyd misses after a tremendous move, and we are tied right now. Clark to Samuelson, and there is the lead.
With 16 points, she's played terrific defense as well. Here's Clark off a screen, gets a look, and hits. To the Commissioner's Cup final. What a dish. Down the floor. Wallace, the finish plus the foul. On a beautiful delivery from Clark.
For Caitlin Clark's game, the deep three is one, and the get-ahead pass is another. Oftentimes, it's two.
Katie Lou Samuelson can't hit the long two. It stays here with Indiana. Clark, a deep one. You bet. A Brooklyn logo bomb from Caitlin Clark.
Efficient, best performance in terms of shooting the back.
Bonner gets denied by Boston. Wheeler finds Clark from the logo. You bet.
Look at Wheeler staring to the right side, knows who's there, drop pass behind. Could be the deepest shot we've seen Caitlin Clark make as a pro. Big one.
Around women's basketball, they understand their impact and what it has done and how they are living out their dreams today.
And right on cue, Clark connects on another bomb. 2 for 2.
There's been many times early in this season where that has not been the case and have allowed too much dribble penetration.
Well, and it allows them, oh, what a dime. My goodness, the pass from Clark to Katie Lou Samuelson.
Clark has space. She's going to let it fly, and she's going to connect.
Oh, Caitlin Clark.
She waited to prime time to connect from deep. So
Had Mitchell right there, did not see her. Mitchell was wide open on the wing. Here's Smith, the floater is good off the dime from Clark.
It's been the second and third quarter that's been the issue for the Liberty, so let's see if they can have a better one here today as Clark finally hits her first shot of the night. It's on Wednesday.
One thing about Caitlin Clark, she's relentless. She's going to keep shooting that ball. Here's Clark. Picked up now by Dee Richards as she's into the ball game. Richards on the floor. Clark, the step back three just below the logo, drills it.
She's a rookie, and she's 22 years old, the same as her jersey, but those heels were right at the logo.
Meg McDonald, Chrissy Winter-Scott, Megan McPeak with you here. Clark pulls off that screen, knocks it down. Even with her body fading, she can still control that shot. Clark, pull up three, at one.
And Clark was most recently named Rookie of the Month in the WNBA. The confidence personified by the youngster. Not afraid of the moment.
Clark trying to shake free Mabry all over. Here is Clark. Clark separating, taking, and hitting. Caitlin Clark with a difficult look from deep.
Really good screen by Nia Coffey, and that's something that Nia Coffey does well every time down the floor. Is tries to help the continuity of the offense.
Caitlin Clark on the board with a logo 3.
And as Caitlin Clark off of some screening action there by Melissa Smith gets the open three-point shot.
Nelson Adota trying to save it and does. And now Clark comes up with a steal. Clark thought about pulling up from 3, will dip inside and lay it in. There are the first points in the WNBA career of Caitlin Clark.
Take it at the rim. Here, hesitation. You have to come out on her. Goes behind. Her first 2.
This is the closest the Fever have been since early second quarter. Indiana's battled back within 3. Dangerous pass. It's Clark who's off to the races. And Caitlin Clark pulls the Fever back within 1. Three-point shot a little bit more this year, but Indiana's defense has been really aggressive, forcing the turnover.
Fag Benlay right there makes that play, allows Clark to anticipate.
So you love to see that DMV showing up, showing out. Clark, an absolute beautiful shot.
And Hamby had a clear out.
Giroux turns, ducks in. Fag Benlay stays with her. Blocked from behind. That was Clark. Now Clark looking to push. Cross-court pass. Pull back to Clark. She will launch and bury a 3. To open up the second quarter, and Clark doing it with some defense. Comes up with the block, and then Lexi Hull finds her. Fever back within 4.
Had an open look from 3, didn't take it. Only 3 to shoot. Gonna have to make something happen. Clark through the lane, reverses it in, and beats the shot clock.
Like Caitlin had an opportunity to take the shot, instead drives in, and good job here after the travel to turn her back and shoulder.
So the best thing you can do as a defender is not give it to her. Clark. Stay loose. Back-to-back triples for Caitlin Clark.
She wasn't going to be able to see Katie Lou after last night's game, so today, really the first time they're seeing her.
Clark out of the inbound. Christy Sides told us we have got to find a body on Reese. Clark gets freed up from up top. For Clark as well, and you see this screen, on-ball screen.
Just no space. Connecticut everywhere. Here's Clark with Banham guarding her. Clark gets bumped, will take, and hit from 3. Clark up to 18 points.
Saw her here, Rachel Banham on her, and Caitlin Clark loves going left, loves the step back. Feels like the area.
Her arm's gonna fall off. Brian Howard shoots her, your arm falls off.
Clark bounces, busting the spin and the finish. The offense is woken up for Indiana.
Why can't I giggle?
Look at this. Look at this beautiful step back. Caitlin Clark yet again rising.
Boston, who also has a 15-5-5 game today. Here's Clark, catch, fire, and connect. 5th 3 of the game for Clark.
Game so far from Caitlin Clark today. 13 assists and a couple of...
Trying to find some space, goes reverse style. Her first bucket since 5:51 in the first.
Maintaining her dribble here is what's key, and not being sped up. She just keeps dribbling. She uses that other side of the rim.
She has that 1 foul, knows it's important not to pick up the second because she got 2 in the first quarter against Connecticut.
Clark connects on a 3.
And she needs to be aggressive on the offensive end. And anytime her defender, Carrington, gets caught up on a screen, and a nice one by Aaliyah Boston on that possession.
And she's a big fan of the Crustable pregame pass. You gotta love the Crustable peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, look at Nalissa Smith running the floor. And it's been the Nalissa Smith show here in the first quarter.
Good stuff.
She's needed a game like this. Her last 4, shooting 29% from 3, gets blocked by Clark.
That's where one guard is just a lot stronger than the other because of her experience and maturity.
Nice look from Clark, and Smith lays it home. So you have 2 assists and a bucket on the first 3 possessions.
We have seen Caitlin Clark play, showing what made her such.
11 wins all of last season. They're already at 10. Looking to tie last year's winning record.
Clark from way downtown and knocks it down.
She works hard and does her work early before the ball gets inside.
Cheyenne Parker married in the offseason. Clark catch and shoot, hits a three.
Screen setting up aerial Powers. She's coming off a pin down. An excellent screen by Nalissa Smith. She takes a piece of Powers off the...
What a pass. And Wallace.
For Indiana, you're expecting maybe an initial surge. Clark on the drive, gets to the rim and the finish.
Really great read by Caitlin. By Clark right here. She comes into this action and then sees a wide open lane. What a nice finish.
Clark. The Indiana Fever having to take the ball out of the net a lot more here in this third than we saw in the first half, and that's affected their pace.
Clark outside, and that's good.
Washington has.
Did not hit a three in the first quarter, the Mystics. Clark way downtown, knocks down a three.
In the slot, off a pin down, feet under her shoulders, and launch.
Clark from the blind side, the steal and a bucket.
From all over the floor.
Clark penetrating. A quick 5 points.
That's a good job.
Indiana's going to have to try to win this a second time here after that brilliant first half. Oh, Clark, beautiful feed, and there's Boston.
This play right here, she comes off the elbow. Coffee switches on, and then that escape.
Open in the corner of her eye, and she knocked it down.
Caitlin Clark scoreless since 5:51 left in the first quarter, and she post feeds Aaliyah Boston.
A locked-in face.
Locked-in face.
Clark a deep three. You bet.
Mentioned 7 lead changes, 10 ties. Largest lead for either team has been 7. Clark with the kick out to Samuelson. And the end of the quarter knocks it down.
So this is the small lineup I'm talking about with Caitlin Samuelson at the 4.
Clark bounce pass it, Smith again.
By Caitlin Clark to recognize 2 bigs, and Nalissa Smith sees that she has a wide open lane to the bucket. Just a great delivery. I mean, putting it on the money.
Clark with the basketball. 9 total points in the game. Steps it back from 3. Knocks it down. Caitlin Clark's second deep shot.
Here's Lloyd off the screen, way off the mark. Clark looking to run. Outlet pass. Oh, it's Mitchell. An eagle-eye, Hawkeye vision from Caitlin Clark. Wheeler, Clark launches, hits a three.
This will be their 3rd. Caitlin Clark asks for the ball, and that's why.
He was the only one back there for Indiana as Clark whips it inside. 2 more for Boston.
She has done throughout her career at multiple levels.
Tina Charles just had 2 points against Indiana in their last possession, but Caitlin Clark, second.
Yeah, take a look here in the corner, little Lexi Hull with the toss back to Caitlin Clark.
Harrington off the mark as Clark steps into a three and knocks it down.
But this is the intensity on defense that has started this run for Atlanta. The help side's got to be there.
How about the finish at the other end for Clark?
Could have held for one, did not, but able to hit. Here's the flick ahead. Nalissa Smith lays it in on the delivery from Clark.
Connecticut, second last in the league in three-point percentage, just under 29%. Clark heaves and rattles one in. Back and forth they go from deep. A gauntlet to begin her career.
No shot is too far away from the rim for Caitlin Clark. Carrington gets caught underneath the screen from Boston.
She finally missed one. Kennedy Carter had been 6 for 6 from the floor. Here's Clark. Finds the cutter. Boston inside for 2. Again, it's Clark to Boston. It's not the most inviting carpet. Nice look. Wallace gets free, waits, and lays it in. Off another dime from Caitlin Clark. Her 7th assist. Now Mitchell. Here's Clark pedaling it forward. Clark Dipping in, finds Boston beautifully for the finish.
Can't hit on three. She's got 9, 8, and 5 right now. Clark with the step back deep two. Money.
Well, that takes care of one category.
Erling is a Gumaket going right off the window. No good there. We've seen a couple of bunnies on both sides missed thus far. Clark now over the top. Another nice pass, and this one is converted. You just see the touch by the rookie.